All right, so how do you keep it sexy? Like, you know what? I've been alone 8 years. I sleep in sweatpants and a t-shirt. And
No.
But that's what I know.
Okay.
And how do you keep it sexy at 53 and 67?
Not t-shirts and sweatpants.
Okay.
But
what are you wearing to bed at 30 years?
Something sort of sexy.
Okay, so how do you keep it sexy?
Okay, so I think we can go, we've talked about this before, but I think that we can go back to Dan Savage, who writes for the New York Times. I think we can go back to his column on the 3 Gs. So
Which G?
Not that G. So the 3 Gs, which is being giving, being game, and being good. And I think they refer to sex, but they also refer to intimacy. So, for example, there's research that says if you see your partner doing something that he's really good at, that's a turn on. That is sexy, and vice versa. So sometimes it can be that. If he's a golfer, if he plays tennis, if he's so into baseball, and you get caught up in that enthusiasm, that can be sexy. That can be a turn on, whether or not
I totally agree.
Whether or not you have
there's
sex.
That respectability, you know, he's so respected in the community and such a, you know, an outstanding human being that I find that really attractive.
Exactly. So that's part of which we didn't think during, you know, when we were in our 20s, we didn't think about that. So being a good person, being good at things, I take good in those ways. Being giving. So you need to think about and talk to him. Sex is different in every single relationship. And good sex is different than in every single relationship. So you guys will make what's good sex for you. But I think that has to be vocalized and talked about with feedback. And I think that's the biggest difference now versus how we all were in our 20s, is we can talk about these things.
Well, I think it's a lot about expectation. You know, when, you know, I was younger, you know, people talked about, I don't know, the frequency of sex or how great sex was. A lot of sex now is a lot about cuddling and binge watching a show and feeling good about that. Like, you know, it doesn't have to be this hot sex, and there's no expectation.
But hot sex is good.
Okay, and I'm sure that there's value in that, but there's also value in just knowing that the person you're with is someone you feel safe and comfortable.
And if you do, that's the 3rd G, if you do, you'll be game, which is maybe you'll go outside your comfort zone a little bit. Maybe you'll let him push you in a certain direction, not necessarily maybe about sex, but maybe about other things to open up your eyes. And you'll be able to do that for him as well. And I think the sex comes along with it, but you can't take it for granted. You have to talk about it, and it's not the same in any other relationship.
And you have to have it.
And you have to have it.